So, I said the boys are coming back and saying, "Hey, my calves hurt. It's your fault."
Yeah. Sometimes they'll give them like there's kind of a squishy pad that you stand on that's supposed to help with.
Hard floor. So my feet hurt. Well, I had those no shoes, so
Yeah.
they've been helping me out a little bit. But I like it better than Taco Tico because I'm not standing over a hot taco line, sweating my ass off, throwing food out the window.
Yeah.
I'm done doing that. Oh, my hamstrings are tight. Oh, I can't touch the floor. Oh. I'll probably stay till about 7 seafood. I want to get home and help Rio put the kids to bed. 7:30ish. Oh, excuse me. No, but I really wish you guys would have saw that video clip of what happened at the store that one day. I mean, he was like your size, like 105 pounds, soaking wet, and thought he was balls enough to come and swing up on me. And all I did was put myself in between him and my manager chick.
Yeah.
And he got the balls and he swung. Stepped in, covered up just like that, took the big haymaker on the arm. It wasn't even like a takedown, it was just like throw down.
Yeah.
Straight down. Because it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then I just slipped it up here, pulled the arm back here, and held him about 15 minutes on the top circle.
Yeah.
So you keep fighting me, I'm going to apply pressure, you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
Haven't took the cuffs a long time to get.
15 minutes, and then right down the street.
The
The
hell?
cop shop is right down the street. It took 15 minutes. This guy had a knife, or something else.
You could say, I think he has a
Well,
knife.
technically, I'm not the one that called.
Yeah.
It was the manager saying that my employee has a perpetrator on the floor. Could you please hurry up and get here?
What did he want to do?
He was mad because his credit card was declined.
Oh.
So he was, "Oh, there's money on it. I guarantee you there's money on it." She was trying to be polite. He got really belligerent. I was like, "Look, sir, you go. You're being threatening toward my manager. You got to go." "I'm not going to get that."
Yeah.
And it was done.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments when the guy wasn't trained. He was obviously on some type of substance.
Yeah.
And even if he did hit me, I don't think it would have hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it was fun. I wasn't able to get a copy of the video, but cops should.
So you used the Kempo technique.
I used a Kempo block, sir, but I used a JKD technique.
Well, because he would have been fired if he hit him first.
If I actually striked him, then yeah, I'm probably out of the job. So I took him down the nicest way I could think of, by the throat.
I mean, you'd be justified if you struck him.
And he was on something.
But that doesn't justify
He's lucky
legally,
though,
but
because
the
whoever,
people
his
get
wife,
fired.
girlfriend, whoever was waiting for him outside, convinced the cops to let him come home. Otherwise, he was going to go to jail. I didn't press charges, so that might have helped him go home. So, I thought he was going to jail that now.
If you press charges, then you'll get a copy of the video.
I'm a straight. But I mean, I was trying to do the whole backward throw and walking backward, but the moment I applied that downward pressure here, it folded like just a sack of shit. I intercepted, sir. I stepped into it. I just didn't punch him in the mouth like I know you normally told me I'm supposed to.
Goodness, no, I never tell you to punch in the mouth.
You tell me to punch him.
That's a good way to, the teeth pull out of your fingers.
I like punching out teeth though. I got a couple scars on my hands just from punching teeth.
You got into fights in Arkansas where
Actually,
there's just two.
That one or two on my elbow,
Punch that tooth.
I actually dug a tooth fragment out of that scar on my elbow because I backed up on somebody like that. Yeah. Yep.
Breaking teeth hurts. Both of you.
But when you're a crazy person like myself that doesn't care and sometimes enjoys pain, it's all good.
John, as soon as he struck at you, you had every legal right to defend.
I understand that. I understand that.
It would just be the question is would he
But I still have a
fired?
job.
You had every legal right. They couldn't
Well,
fire
legal
you
right
for
for legal, but the company's policy, I
I
would have
would've
lost my job.
that. And that would have been the end of it. Yep.
I
An easy number one.
was thinking jobs, that's why I didn't punch you. But I mean, you heard, okay. That was good enough for me.
Always.
That was a really good presentation.
Ohana means county.
Yeah, right, it does.
Means no one gets that far.
Uh-huh. Reach.
You ever had your ass kicked by a chicken?
No, but I'm so young.
Not much longer, and then you'll know that in October I probably would be very scarce because the hot season's right around the corner. I can't wait to scare people.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to come see me this year.
September, we'll be
Film school.
rehearsing.
Oh, it feels.
I do have scare school next month, but we actually start late September. Our first days.
Scary school. It sounds like months.
Dildo Springs. Dildo Springs, Kansas.
Well, what's good is that they make even people who have been going for a long time, they make them go every time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they can get lax and say like, oh, you've been here 7 times, you don't need to come, and then people get.
Why? We want their money. Keep coming. We change it every year.
No, I meant like the people working there.
Oh, yeah.
Like so, it's like no, you have to go to this rehearsal every time.
No.
You don't have to
I
go.
was only there to see the movies rehearsed.
Oh.
And I was only there for one day.
Yeah.
Scare school is for us to help them
Yeah.
realize what the job is intended.
Yeah.
Plus, it also gives us a chance to show, get our costume displayed by the boss. Also, maybe get some makeup on and get some scene pictures before the hot ever opens.
Am I the only one that's learning the monster game from that?
This is the first year I've had creative outlook on my own costume. I've been pretty good on it so far. It looks pretty cool. I just need to go buy my contact lenses.
How much I pay you?
I made $1,000 last season.
The kind of contacts that change
$65 a night that you work, and if you show up every night, I guarantee you'll yield over $1,000.
Nice.
Are you talking about the contacts that change the colors of your pupils?
No, I get theatrical. Like I put a crazy like orangish yellow
your
eye in
iris?
this one, and then I put a bright purple in this one.
You mean your iris?
The black is still black. It's everything around it.
Because if it wasn't, then you wouldn't be able to see.
And I don't like
Yeah.
full eye contacts, the ones that make your whole eye a certain color,
Yeah.
because they're very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I have to be able
They're
to see.
usually pretty thick, and yeah, they blind you a little bit.
My friend did something like that. He was Darth Sidious.
Darth Sidious?
Yeah. You know, the
Yeah,
same yellow eyes.
yeah.
One that I saw that was creepy, which would be a hell of a thing to have, was I saw it was goat eye contacts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get them going on those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. You and Levi can partner together. I'll be with
Okay.
Nico.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing the 11th.
The new ones.
Yes.
Awesome.
The manual has been updated. I'm going to have my wife proofread it before the weekend, and I will get it sent out via Dropbox.
Sweet. So
This
you made it
weekend. I
from
am not-
25 to 11?
Yep. I am not going to print everybody a damn manual. I'm going to give it to you via Dropbox. If
That's
you
fine,
want
I'll save it to my,
No.
file. I'll save it to my file. Do you want me to delete the old 1 through 25s?
If you want. Unless you want to delete the whole fucking manual, unless you.
Delete the old manual
Yeah.
completely?
Unless you want to keep it for posterity.
You're rewriting the whole manual?
It's already rewritten.
Rewritten.
Oh, and then you're gonna send it to me, and if I wanna print it, I have to print it up myself. Okay.
It
Sounds good.
cost me nearly $100 to print up this thing.
That's fine, that's fine.
So I ain't gonna do it.
This isn't funny, right? 'Cause I don't think I brought my folder to you, all the bits.
I will send you everything.
Oh, no, I don't need my book.
Okay. So.
Or I
Delete
can,
that first.
if you don't have an email address, which I know all you do, I can also put it on the thumb drive.
Yeah. Okay. So, start. Number 1. It's tons of and strike face.
So, Chester, what I've done with these is eliminated the redundancies. Simplified them. There's no longer a number 1 and a number 9.
This is number 1, done with both sides.
It's number 1 and a number 7, and number 14 and number 9, all tracked up in one. Not 7,
4.
4 and 16.
Okay.
1, 4, 9, and 16, all is the same thing, left, right, outside, and inside.
So,
Okay,
I will show you here.
What I've done. So try to forget the 1 through 25.
Sure.
Try to forget all that, because I've blended so many of
And you're
them.
still gonna have an advanced to.
No. Advance
No,
the
we're going to have them.
Advanced to screen.
do whatever you want.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Like
Do
Oh,
it.
because that was what we called the extended before it was.
Yeah.
Now it's
just
The
do this
advanced
and
and
then-
I'm not going to tell you what to do after.
after the basic, it's up
after your
to us.
initial move. I'm not going to tell you.
It's also partially out of necessity because number 1 is from 4 different angles.
Right.
And so it'd be impossible to put a advance on it because each advance would be different.
Right.
Yeah.
That
So,
makes sense.
so it's begin,
So that's,
and also a new thing that we're putting in as well is
everything.
everything always forever neutral now.
Always neutral.
Because sometimes it is more effective to step this way. And so if you're already here, then this big step gets clunky.
Right.
So these are, you guys will be throwing both haymakers and straight shots.
Okay. So, yeah, we can start whichever one.
And you'll change hands.
And then, okay, now,
You guys, you
we're
two
doing-
will change hands.
And you're supposed to throw a straight one too?
yes,
You just
so
throw
now put it on that hand. And then it's the same thing as haymakers with that, and we're on the inside still.
Haymaker and straight shots. Sorry, yeah. How about moving to the outside?
We haven't done that yet.
Yes.
You were good.
No.
Yeah, I haven't been with the class for a while. You mean flat, I like this, so. So flat sharp.
Okay, then, the next bit, you don't have to switch hands yet. Now they will be doing straight punches, and we're going to do the outside.
So,
Oh.
footwork,
Okay, my apologies.
footwork.
Oh, okay,
The punch out.
My face is
Okay.
Punch your right up. Punch your right
I was trying to see what you were doing, sorry. So you're just stepping off.
Yes!
I can step straight at you if I want. Okay, now the switch hands, and we are doing it on the outside on this side. Straight punch. And also remember, not this punches. everything.
Any hand, any strike.
Any strike.
I don't
Any
care.
strike and any target.
Oh,
Right?
Yes,
oh,
you can hit anything you want
Right.
in any way that you want.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So,
That's, you could do it.
so if I wanted to, bam, that's,
Okay.
if I, like he just did, get down there.
That also includes a kick.
Okay,
Uh,
I like that.
Yes. You can throw kicks in if you want.
Yep.
I don't
Give
care.
it one.
Yep.
Okay, so,
That's it.
oh, okay.
That'd be one. Bam.
That was my.
So
Yep.
you could do it on really easy. That's how
I'll do
you
that
do
again.
it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
oblique.
I like that.
Or,
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
That was a little bit closer.
okay, switch people.
So about 3 or 4 weeks ago on Saturday, I had them all doing high kicks. So if you feel real comfortable doing high kicks, so try it in high kick.
Maybe if it was a front kick.
I'm still working on that.
If you did ton lap and you kick, that would be sick.
Oh, who's this?
Depends on how
I
flexible
used to do a con up and then wrap my leg over their arm to bring them down and then slip the kick back up.
That was,
Ouch.
Gamora did that in Gargantuan Galaxy.
Like going over this and that.
It's a real complicated thing.
You hear the difference?
Over,
Over it, and then kicking.
pulling you down,
Oh.
Like this.
and then flicking that foot back
And
up.
then,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I used to also con up and then side kick the wrist. Right.
So we're just doing just a little regular one?
So, however you want to hit, doesn't matter. Yeah, neutral. Start with your neutral. Just got caught. So try some different hip pulses.
Anything.
Oh,
Open palm, doogies.
ow. Sorry.
Yeah, that's my arm.
Seems like it worked.
It didn't work. It's not, it's wow.
Right!
Then, yeah, just continuing through the pattern.
Is that danger?
You still gotta try some this way.
Oh,
Sorry. Good, good.
Practice what it's like when it's forget.
Yep, using your footwork.
No fear.
This girl's gonna be my next Simu, I'll tell you.
okay, sorry.
Year and a half, she's gonna be Simu.
Okay.
She's got good forward.
She's got no fear.
That's good.
That's the primary thing.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
You saw, were you here during Shirats? You weren't here during Shirats.
No, I was absent.
Go and pull the knife on it. You got great.
Cohen pulled a knife.
He's
Well,
trained.
Sherrod
Training
thought
knife, right.
Sherrod thought it was real.
But
Yeah.
Sherrod was like, oh!
He did.
He started backing up. Oh, what are you doing, man?
Give me another
Gotta get
crack.
that knife. Gotta get control of it.
Just this I was constantly ripping it up.
So, this girl,
From what I've seen, I'm impressed. I watched a lot on the video footage, and I've missed a lot of classes. But when I get a chance, I watch what I missed. Girl, keep it up.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be scared of you someday.
I'm pushing myself.
where he wants to be.
Sir, thank you.
You're fine.
Okay. Number two.
Number
This is why it's
two.
important to start
She's gonna, she's gonna crawl on people like a little spider monkey and bite their ears off.
Hey, well, that's fine.
That's all right.
Now it's still a displacement, right? Same.
Right, but this is why it's important to start with that and also step forward. But it's going to be both sides, which you kind of
Right.
So, start with the haymaker.
Oh, you'll notice how I reworded it.
It says strike.
Any strike.
Two.
Any strike. I like that. I like how we can throw what is comfortable
I
at the
think
moment.
that's awesome. I love it.
we're doing what we're supposed to do, taking the fucking rules out.
Yeah, I think that'd be easier to learn too.
If you're not in a good position for a back fist, then hit it with a side hand, hit it with a bilge.
Elbow, whatever's
Throw it in
there.
their eye, I don't care.
And here's another little element to keep in mind is we're also practicing non-telegraphic movement
Explosive
from,
energy.
from the pocket lock. So
From there, from there, from there.
not,
Okay.
so you want
Not here, and then
we don't want to
back
go.
go here.
It's, so back up a little bit. The pocket lock starts off as a little bit more of a jam, and then pulls this way. So it's here and then out. So I'm going here, or hitting whatever it is. It's here, right there.
You can use your arm, you can hit the body.
It's you've got that. You've got, if you wanted to
Then
give him a dead arm but not do much else,
you can throw a groin shot in there if you wanted to.
you can go. Yep. If I got real close, if I jammed close to him, I'm disrupting the footwork. Yep. So yeah, anything for my kick. So start with
And your infamous hit right.
Yeah.
Right
Yep.
there.
Hey.
Yeah, that one of those fighters that's on that, that's what he would do.
Well, I have a
Jam
video,
into him.
I had a video I took, and it's just, still gives me crap about it all the time, because the breaking boards that we have. I kept bragging it, I broke all kinds of things in my head, and I broke it, but for about a week I had a line right there across my head, so, but this has been a weapon ever since I was a kid.
That's right. I'm gonna be trying to like this way, I'm gonna get out.
My favorite thing to do is, like, if I go here to Michael and I got that ear, I'm gonna pull that ear and his head's gonna naturally do this. Bow!
My brother used to hold me like that. Hard hit him, he would just put me against my hip. Boom. I would have very quickly.
Oh, okay.
But what if I want to break your something? I like breaking things.
I don't want you to break.
So make sure you do.
So you see with that back fist, you're drawing yourself really.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Peace!
Yeah.
So
That's what I
somebody
think I do
smaller.
that too.
But the forearm works good. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
No, I was like, yeah.
So
that's
you just
good.
use whatever's.
Ah!
Was that the smartest thing to use for
Right.
repetition?
So him.
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
But against you, I have to use both.
But
Because I'm right there.
Peace!
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I do that too, getting close, and then it's like, okay.
Hey!
Additionally, if I wanted to employ with, yeah, I could actually go for the elbow while like this, and it would just happen.
now also, come here, Mike.
Yeah.
So you're doing this one. Boom!
Yeah.
And watch how I move. Boom.
Gotta do a throw.
Okay.
So I hit. Boom! With my elbow. Boom!
Okay.
That's to break his center.
Right. Boom!
Hold it down. Okay.
Right. So you got a longer arm than I've got. You're going to be closer like this.
Up into his chest,
Bam.
his face, yeah.
You can do this. What? You can really come pull it up if you wanted to.
I think that rising elbow keeps crossing my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you already basically have that.
Yeah.
It's almost.
You can create a nice whip action by going back fist across and then a takedown attack and attacking the
If
break.
you want to take somebody out real big and you're forced to do this, here's your shot. Right here. This is not your shot.
Okay.
Take out your shot. You're going to go clunk. Fuck. So you go.
Okay.
I mean, right there.
He beats me up all the time. And the more absent I am, the more vicious it can be sometimes.
You got 50 back in.
He has to hit me with that shit. So, okay.
Got no way.
I still
Hey!
got an hour and a half.
I plan on using those tonight.
Yeah, but as your wife.
We're planning on using them today.
Like, and one option is that you can go super aggressive on all of these. Like one example that we were talking about was like, so if I did number one, it's like, what if I simply beat her to it, and this is just there to catch her arm as it limply flails after I hit. So she throws that hook.
Right.
So
You're striking before the time
I see her move, and I go, "Bam!" And then this as it swings
It's just,
afterwards.
it's kind of the same thing as a cover up, except you just put
But the whole
time out
point is I am hitting before she even gets there.
That is the what in Jeet Kune Do? What is that?
See?
The Jeet
Intercepting.
Kune Do.
And so I was thinking, what if you applied that to 2 as well? Because you could do that same thing by striking with the elbow first if they were close like that, and these are in position to grab their hand.
You know, if you want to take it to the extremes, and which we often do.
Yes. We're extremists.
I'm going to do number one on you.
Boom! Yeah.
We just did, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But this touch, this
Never
thing, touch
contacted the
damn
phone.
thing.
Yeah.
But you had it ready.
I want to do number two on it. What do I do? Boom!
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Boom! Ready.
Mhm.
Got this ready. Is this the time? This is the right?
You decided to strike before you
So I saw his shoulder twitch.
and your hand's there, ready to go.
Yeah.
So Jeet Kune Do is all about interception. All about interception. That's all. Really.
Yeah.
He's still on that one.
The other thing about this too is that we kind of list them as even the blocks are fluid. Even the block that's listed. If you are doing the same thing, then it doesn't matter. So for one, like, is that too much different than this?
There's a different name for it.
It does the same thing. So it means that if that's what's more relaxed to me, then doing that is like if the angle's more comfortable, then doing that is totally fine. That's still number one.
Even though it's not a
Yeah,
turnover.
with my left,
I like that.
with my left, it's pretty hard for me to do proper palm up concept. Pretty hard for me to do that because of my shoulder.
Your shoulder.
I do that
It's
quite
still a
often.
well, I mean, still technically tone style, it's just not
It's
palm
a
up.
one sound.
One side.
But it gets the job done. Right? Am I going to actually wait until this touches before I touch that?
No.
Okay.
Probably going to touch that first.
Which is the point.
I mean, it's a similar concept to, it's actually not Kempo, so I won't call it that anymore. It's Hapkido, because that's what I was taught. It's similar to it because you're covering up as you're striking. Depending if I'm covering and throwing a knee, it's the same thing.
But
It's
the
just
point would be the rhythm. Is
Right,
that
right.
For those that would be absorbed hit.
right.
And in this one, it's hit and maybe absorb if they're
But like you were saying, if I see the punch coming,
Right.
I may hit with that punch before I even feel anything.
Yes.
Get my checked on.
which is the goal.
So-
Yeah. It's just to prevent, in that sense, it's to prevent a double knockout.
Same thing about
Where-
dropping
where
your
I
elbow
knock-
down
I
like
knock
that
him
to protect
and
your
then he
ribs.
gets
You know, your elbow's down to protect your ribs here.
Our
Just goes with my
Baijian,
punch.
our Baijian stance. Elbows are in. Chin's tucked. Hands are in place. This is our Baijian. Now, if somebody's threatening you and you go, you just started a fight. You just legally started, you challenged this guy.
As soon as you put your hands up.
You started the damn fight. What's a good Baijian? Sir, I don't believe shit. Is this not a ready stance?
No, this is very,
Is my chin not down?
the same equivalent.
Am I not in a proper stance?
It's how you approach it though. Your
Now I'm not like, you gotta act a little bit.
Now think about this before you keep going.
I don't want any shit from you, I don't want to get your shit on me, so. Hey, you've hardly worn that shirt.
What?
Patches.
Yeah, no, the patch is still really good. There's something, the black one, what I've been looking for, it was actually on the floor of the closet because I fell off the hanger. I cleaned out the closet the other day.
So something just struck me historically, and I just
Got holes in the armpit.
I just figured out why they do that. And why
It's
they
my good
step,
shirt, right, seafood?
yeah,
I have my wife sew it when I get home.
why they step back in karate, things like that. Where it came from? It came from protecting your weapon because it coming
I'm
from.
thinking it's the Japanese also fucking ones.
Well, I mean, even the Hapkido have what's called the spring back.
Right.
Because if I'm fighting someone and I decide to backpedal,
I don't
spring
mean
right
that
back
one.
forward.
I mean the ready stance going.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what I'm saying where that came from was nowadays, if you train to have a gun on you, is that if somebody's aggressive to you, you go like
You step back.
you go like
Right.
this to keep the weapon away from
Right,
them.
absolutely.
And so if your sword is on whatever hip it is, you step away from them so that they can't get to it. Because that would be so embarrassing for somebody to go and just take the sword out from you.
Karate has only been in this country since about 1941.
Yeah.
Right?
And it was invented in,
Japan.
yes, but relatively recently compared to Kung Fu stuff.
Well,
It's like 17.
no, samurai martial arts goes back to 14.
I know, but I meant karate specifically.
You know, empty hand fight. But if you look, YouTube it anytime you want. Just say Japanese karate. You'll see the young guys going. You'll see the old guys go.
Forward.
Forward.
And that looks more Okinawan. Right. The Okinawan ones look a lot more aggressive like that. Yeah.
That's fine.
Unless for some reason somebody decides to take a horse stance, which is always stupid.
It's not the fight.
If they do, then you can be absolutely sure they have no idea what they're doing.
No, I don't.
Yeah. That's the equivalent of it's time to fight. Let's practice being on an elliptical.
So you won't see an old master, Japanese, Chinese, American, going. You'll always see you going. They'll step forward.
It's more intimidating that way.
They know you get the first strike in. They know that playing dodgeball with your head is a bad idea.
Oh yeah.
The biggest downfall to anything karate kempo based, like you taught me in the first few months, was the stiffness of everything. Your arm is all stiffened up, blocks are all stiff, punches are all stiff. Everything here is fluid. Like water. She says.
I don't like what.
I love it. I got more speed in my punches now than I've ever had. I'm old and fat. He's
And
just
we gotta show you some new stuff.
Well, I'm old and fat too.
We gotta
I'm eager.
new punching methods that we're working on.
Nice.
To be more like how he punches. Okay, so we're working on 2.
Now,
What we haven't gotten to yet,
always keep some around.
now
Watch for your knuckles, not with
you
your
do a
fingers.
straight punch. Like so I can also do so here's the thing for you. It works. What we were just doing works against straight punches as well, obviously. Yeah. So and you can do all sorts of stuff with that. Like as an example, especially with that one, you can do a true mun's out with that and just slide up the arm.
Slide right up the arm.
Yeah. So if it's like that.
Yep, like that.
Yeah.
So,
Or straight punches by their nature, you can convert that straight energy into circular energy pretty easily.
yes.
If you take that around. So you can do all sorts of things from that position. But then we've got the thing that you haven't practiced yet,
I have
which is
not.
the other side. So now she's doing a straight punch, and we come this way.
Oh.
Left
I was
forward.
wondering what that meant. I didn't know if it was this side, if it was this side, or if it was.
Oh, this-
I like that. That seems like that would hurt.
Good.
Catch y'all guard somebody.
Be ready.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the same thing, you just use your left side.
Yeah. I feel like you can also get closer right there.
Yep.
With the step.
And if, there's also a very easy gentle practice here available. Because you've got.
Oh, yeah, the throw, the head throw.
Bye-bye.
So that is a thing that's available to you right there. That's what.
If you're in the bar,
It's an
and
easy
you don't really wanna hurt this guy, just drop.
So
You
hold your
you also have ultra brutal things where you can strike him in the neck.
Right, the throw
You also
there.
have this right here.
Right? Gooseneck that sucker.
You've got this.
Oh, yeah. You jump me
Like
down
that.
like that.
Over this, I'm gonna go up and down and
Oh.
Now, you've been in and out quite a lot, Chet. Number 12 completely got rid of it. You know, it's going to be in a different section, and it's an arm breaker.
Oh, okay.
Did you add that?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think someone told me a little bit about it.
Well, no,
It's
you
actually a Wing Chun.
Yeah?
Okay, so you're sitting there.
Well, no, it's like, it'll be somewhere, it's not in the 25.
Okay.
It'll be like in, trapping.
I want to practice this first before I do it, and make sure I get this right. It's different going to the outside.
Yeah.
Try, there's different ways of moving it. You can, like right now, you've got kind of a wax on, wax off. Try also,
Whoa.
sliding energy. So if she's doing a straight punch.
Oh, so it's like that the arm and the closest one?
Yeah. So I'm
Listen!
just getting.
Now, don't go immediately for the
Sure,
strike.
I hold it to the last second. Let's go.
Don't go immediately to the strike. Make sure you hit that top.
Am I
Good?
for air conditioning, but okay.
Yeah.
Here.
Because otherwise, that's something else. If you're just.
If you're just going straight for the punch, that's fine by me, but it's not this particular technique.
Yeah. Now,
It will win you a fight if you just go straight for the knockout.
now the next bit is they switch hands. Yeah, they switch hands. So now we do that again,
On the
but they are
inside.
doing hook punches or any punches. But yeah, so we're going on the inside.
All right.
You can do straight or hook.
Straight or hook doesn't matter.
So we're going.
On the inside.
Okay.
We've got
Here.
bam, bam. There.
I like those. From here. we come up.
That would be a neat one. If you really got aggressive, you could do a rear elbow there and just kill them. So think about that one.
I like that one.
Just where you go.
Well, I did a version of it just now,
Yeah.
except I let in up.
Yeah. Okay, and now the final one is on outside. Yeah. Final one is outside. Yeah.
Ah!
Okay. Oh, you got an idea.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite one, stepping out.
So, boom, right?
Yeah.
And then just turn it around.
Now. You're locking up against your shoulder. Okay.
Right arm. Well, yeah. it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the other thing about that is you won't have the chance to step around in front of his legs for the real thing.
Oh, because then I'll be off to the side.
Because he's gonna step through and he'll trip you.
And then this is gonna break.
Right up there.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's interesting. I like it. Do one more
Yeah,
time.
me too.
Told you, there's no limits to your
Be
stride.
a little bit more meat with it, get in front of him.
Step in front of me. In
Your
front.
foot. Like
Oh, I
step
see.
in front of the initial step.
Good.
So he should be
Sure.
throwing, for this one, it's with a straight line.
Can I see you do it real quick?
Wow, this one's-
Take it off. So it'd be right left.
Always picking on the little girl.
So it'd be instead of coming here and then coming around, what he was doing was.
She now steps on the front.
So you really have to be going for this.
Or you've at least got to
What you want
recognize
to do
that you've
is
done it.
the moment, the thing that is doing the damage is your shoulder on the
Yeah, I get that.
elbow here.
I'm trying to get the footwork down right.
Part of it is also your hand position. So,
Boom.
see how he's got it?
I feel that. I feel that.
And as long as I keep pulling, you're gonna go.
That's a broken.
If you get into this and really get deep into it, this comes from sword technique. Because their arm is the hilt of the sword. And,
Okay.
and so now I turn it, and I do the cut. So I get that here,
Now.
go with the sword.
If you're big like you are, and he's immobile, he's immovable.
Now grab his head.
Guess what?
It's like he said in 30 minutes.
That's the opportunity to do the drawing back.
So he feels this, and he keeps this. Come here. He feels this coming, so he bends his elbow just a little. Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. So tap.
One step up on the.
Ow! Trim your damn nails, old man.
I like that.
And if they do bend like that, then you can just.
Because that's
I
the
will
first
train
thing.
under nobody that can't take me to.
That's the first thing I'm gonna do. If somebody did that to me, do it to me.
Here,
I'm gonna.
other side.
But what I'm gonna bend this sucker.
Mhm.
But you're gonna hit it.
Well,
I'm gonna bend and hit at the same time.
Yeah.
So if somebody catches that, I'm gonna throw this one just because it's easier for me. I'm gonna keep this bent.
Which is why it'd be good to use on somebody who you've already hit a few times and is a little
Right.
bit dizzy.
Now,
Yeah.
Chris, you know Chris, Beast, right? The Jiu-Jitsu guy.
yeah.
So he would be pulling some shit on me, trying to really lock me up, and I go, and reach down and grab it and go, let's not play that. And
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or he'd give me a front wrist lock or something. And he'd be torquing. I said, be easy on me. And he'd start torquing. I go, bam!
Yeah.
Darn
Yeah, the ribs. I still forgot.
No, I'm so fine, I'm fine.
Alright.
So what I'm saying is somebody gets you like in something compromising like that. Don't just give it up.
Yeah.
Go, how fucking dare you?
And you realize he likes to go for the boys.
It's effective.
You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it hurts her.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that would bother me if I use your hair, this is such an easy part.
Oh, yeah.
No. Somebody. When you do that, you're
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
It's not her.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I'm more worried about her long hair.
Yeah.
We've been talking about putting metal beads in the end of it.
Yeah.
Swing it around.
Give me that. No, like those old kung fu movies, they would braid their single braid all the way down, and they have a ball bearing about that big, it's hanging on the end of it, and they've got the rest of it, the ball just hanging right there.
Make an instant rope dart.
That's right.
Yep.
Have cool weapons.
All right, so now there's your turn. Okay,
Inside.
I'm gonna be going this way.
Go. inside and outside. And practice different hits.
Yep.
Just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Pretty rich. There you go.
So Levi, you on one or two, so you know. Just letting you know.
I want to hold the drums like that.
Is that right? Okay.
Just
Straight.
they're doing
Oh, oh, still doing hook?
what?
Oh, you're mixing up between hook and straight?
Yes.
You watch that forward what I'm doing? Like, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. That's a
I like
good
that
one.
one.
Straight in jab.
And I feel like it kind of makes, kind of.
Now, where would be your target? Pull your pad away. Where's your target? Neck?
They're dead.
Neck is a
Is
good
that part of
target.
it anyway?
Neck is a good target. Under the chin, forcing their head back is also a good target. Especially if they've got their tongue hanging out.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So we have to turn that.
Okay, and then you can switch sides. You guys don't change, so stay neutral. You don't have to. Okay, and then you also
So,
got-
just for giggles, once you get this done, tell me what you're gonna do after.
Like after I saw them, whatever. Okay.
You big enough to knock this big sucker down
I give you that.
with one punch?
After we do this part, or is that, okay. So weird. I kind of like that a little bit. It makes it less restricted.
So straight.
Yeah. Guys, you can practice,
Nice. Good job.
so you can practice left hand
So,
from this same one.
Yeah.
Yes.
try some extra hits.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do after you stun the guy?
Nice elbow.
Neutral.
Now, neutral doesn't necessarily mean open. Neutral isn't like, you're not like in fighting.
Yeah.
Understand?
Here's my neutral.
Yeah.
Chin's already down. Right side's already forward.
My hands are
Sorry.
beside.
Hands are at the side, and I'm paying attention.
Mhm.
That's my neutral stance.
When we do it from this side, do we need to have this side forward or this side?
If you can move over.
That's why I was saying like practicing neutral
Right.
in a more, like you notice he wasn't all the way this way.
Yeah, no.
He's like this.
Slightly that way.
I'll kick you away, jump.
Because like what we were talking about is like if I was fighting 4 people
It was fun.
and I don't want, and I'm trying to stay
Let's get the
neutral for a second because I'm assessing it, then I'm not going to choose a fighting stance pointing at anybody. I'm going to be kind of like this and creating good distance between, so that way I can choose who to go for without being committed to one way like this. Because now in order to get to him,
You
I
have
have
to be
to
ready to
either,
give it, yeah.
I have to either turn or
You have
do
to be ready
this.
against multiple
Okay.
people sometimes.
So if I'm like this, then I can choose to go this way or I can choose to go this way.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if you're only fighting one person, then it would be preferable for your neutral stance to favor your strong side. But not so much that you can't use your weak side if necessary. So,
If I'm being a complete, and I mean a complete moron, and I got right here.
yeah.
Oh, shit. This is a dumbass place to be.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take out.
Yeah.
Because it's behind. So this guy, boom, and that is the big guy. Is gonna go bye-bye. So,
Yeah. And he's
Leave my balls alone!
they were there.
by going this way, he's created additional space which prevents you
So
to
I've got you,
from attacking
here.
that red oak.
and I got size here, and this guy is the one that worries me, because it's behind me. Ha! Bah!
Yeah.
Now worry about the big guy.
Yep.
But, wait,
Now I got you.
Yep.
bully!
That's what it is.
Might be on the ground after that.
Yeah.
So, you do that kick. Whew. Right across your neck.
And I'm gone. I was like, can we talk about this?
Well, see, I mean,
And everybody
if you
gets
saw,
to it.
if you saw this gentleman on the street with his beautiful wife, you wouldn't think this man would be trained.
Yeah, that's true.
Just by first glance, you would not think this man is trained.
That's why I wear these all the time.
It doesn't mean nothing. Like, oh, what's that supposed to mean? You martial artist? I was wearing Professor Dill's shirt the other day. It was about maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. And we were out shopping at Walmart, and this lady stopped me and said, oh, what's that little symbol on your chest? Oh, I take martial arts. Oh, what does it represent? Well, that's actually Professor Gary Dick. You look him up. He's in Colorado. You look him up. He's 3-time, whatever.
Whatever you say.
Three-time, was he chief of police 3 times in 3 different cities, all that. Laid it all out. She said, oh, hold on 1 minute. And she actually looked it up. And she said, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were bullshitting me. Man, respect. And she actually gave me a little bow and everything. I'm like, okay.
Well, she's a martial artist.
Yeah.
And she knows how to bow like that.
She's probably one of the chance people.
It felt good a little bit, but at the same time, I was like, okay, thank you.
Now these guys, him and his buddies used to hit each other with sticks.
16th century sword play there.
And
7 years.
They'd come into our store shopping for stuff.
Yeah.
So, they were telling me all about abstract dragon and all that, And I think it was Casey.
Casey was our fearless leader, yes, sir.
I stepped out from behind the counter and said, what should we do?
Yeah.
And, because they worked with sticks, I grabbed the phone stick. And I said, okay, how are you going to defend? How are you going to get this away from me? Well, I'll do this, I'll do this. And I said, why don't you just go back? And he's like,
That's why every time, every now and then I come to class and I'm like, man, this makes, I can easily feel like I'm on the field again. It's right over here. Back to see you. Right here. Come over here. All right, let's go now. Let's go. You know, makes me want to do it every time. I miss
See,
it.
now take that stance again. Take that stance. I'm not going to hit you.
Are your belts at the time?
So, first thing I'm going to do is go high. And then swing low. So, high, low. He's going to jump in on me whenever I do this. I know that. And I'm going to hit him. So, now I think he hit his stick. Did you notice? I didn't go, boom. Now, I went like that.
Yeah.
Why would I? The stick hasn't done me any harm.
If you break someone's hand, they can't hold one.
Right. So this came around, I went back.
That was a good shot. You did it right.
Take that back up.
No. I don't want to hit you. Stop. What's happening?
I know.
I'm disarmed. You threw me alive. Leave my nuts alone, you.
Oh.
What did I do? Why are you trying to?
I know. I think it's clever.
Come on.
You wasn't following instructions. He said, no, I hit you.
I did too.
There were a couple of times I could have just put helmet shot. You weren't wearing a helmet. How am I gonna? Now, what? You were retorted probably. You might have left you in writing the clips of your hand. It's possible. Doesn't mean I wouldn't have got to hit it.
Yeah. I don't mind getting.
This is what I really like about this class. It's training. It makes it fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really does.
I agree.
It's not like some of these places I've trained before where it's like,
You got to speak in Japanese.
Yeah.
do it right, honor by honor by honor by. Honor's one thing, but if you're not going to have fun with what you're doing, why do you do it?
I agree. Most of these people who preach about honor don't know the first fucking thing about it.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I love one of Joe Gertz's, his
John.
schools, or John Gertz. John, like,
Whatever.
too many rules for me.
It's another thing.
Yeah.
I really like about seafood.
They wanted me to like study Japanese or anything, just like
Okinawa, yeah.
Yeah, to Okinawa.
But on the field, sword and shield was fun. But that's what I wielded on the field. Any type of pole arm, halberd, anything that's a pole in the blade,
You're playing.
I was on it.
Is that one that they put one around
That's
there?
a halberd. That's a horse chopping.
Yeah. It's meant to chop the legs off of cavalry horses.
Halberd.
I mean, you could kill a rider with it if you decide to swing high, but that's not what it was made for.
Right. And the taller one is a guando, General Guandsman. He would wrap a chain around the bottom of it and swing it, according to legend.
Maybe, I think he probably did that one time and it was
Pull
really
his
epic.
arm out of the socket.
He did that one time and it was really epic.
Other
And
than
then
the ones on the wall, you don't have any
the story
chucks,
got
do you?
spread from there until he became helicopter horseman.
I don't have any chucks down there.
I didn't think you just had the one pair hanging up, don't you?
I have two pair.
I love playing with chucks.
I thought you had some chucks here.
Then we have.
No, I took them home. Oh, there's a long chain too.
There's some shorties.
Oh, but the long chain, that's what I'm looking for, the long chain.
You ever seen those where? You ever seen those where it's got the regular size piece of wood on one side and then it's really short.
Oh, yeah.
Those are interesting.
And I love the sting when it hits you. I love the sting.
You know how to do a wrist flip?
I haven't done it in a long
Yeah.
time. I wasn't even
chain's a
doing it here
little
because I don't want to
long.
break
Yeah,
your stuff. You messed up, it's going to go flying off your hand.
Careful. I can see this.
But I like going behind the neck.
I don't like going behind the neck or between the legs. I think it's a dumb move,
Yeah, especially if you hit yourself.
you know.
Well, but you're not, but you're
It's a
not-
showy move. It's a showy move. I admit it.
but between the legs, you're not going there. You have to take a big stance and go around the thigh.
You know, but say you're in battle with somebody, that could tip anything right into the board.
So you hear?
Yeah.
You gotta wear your arm.
The only reason I ever used it like that is if I was fighting with it, it's to come here and it comes around, swag, and it comes up like that. But you have to catch it.
I don't like that. I don't like those moves. I like keeping it up here.
Yeah.
They're short. These are short.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty good punch strike there.
Oh.
When he's got it tucked under the arm, wow! When he's got it tucked under the arm, he does that, it's called a punch strike. Punch him with the chucks.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got reverse grip going on. Oh, fancy! He's got that fancy reverse grip going on now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine are,
This is
Solid
shit they
steel.
show you on the movies, and then they go, wow, and then they come back to the.
Yeah.
You're gonna turn into
break
a limp-
somebody's head wide open.
you're gonna turn into a limp noodle, they're gonna land right where they're standing.
Yeah.
But the ones I wielded, they're solid steel, retractable. They look about that long, until I bring them out, and they're about that long. And they're solid steel. So those get hit.
Tube steel.
Well, still tube steel, still steel. High temper, high carbon steel, so they haven't been, in all the years I've been beating shit with them, so.
Okay. Number 3.
Resma,
Okay, so they're throwing so we can start with what you're familiar with, which is them doing a straight punch. So it's.
well, the original number 3 was a hook.
Yeah, but no, we're not doing that.
Right.
This is Tonkin punch.
It's the old number 5.
So 3 isn't here anymore.
Right. In a different place.
Now, there's only 11.
3 and 15.
Got absorbed into a different number.
So this is a time pin punch.
Oh, so that was the one the groin,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So,
I'm in punch.
in here. Yep. So just do that, what you're familiar with.
So try different stripes
Yep.
also.
No. I mean,
Oh,
I
I've been doing that for a long time.
Right?
okay.
then
Right? Try different stripes. Right?
You're just basically moving it.
I just say different. You can do different pins.
Yep. That
I
works
like that, whatever
beautifully.
that was.
bar hammerlock improvised.
Watch this, Chip.
I just-
Non-pin, huh?
I don't even know if that was.
With a bar hammerlock.
It's like you just.
Yep.
And then we got
Well,
mash.
almost.
I didn't have the lock right. I didn't have the alarm lock right.
You could go.
Non-pin. How'd you lock that, Michael?
I continued the pin into a bone style roll. So I did on pin.
Oh, so you turned it like this.
Keep going with it. Keep going with the energy.
Looks out. No. Shit. On pin.
Bar hammerlock.
You roll around it. So get under and take this hand, roll the tricep towards this
Oh, this way.
way, and then get under it, and then there you go. You will get extra power into it if you use a futsal on the end rather than your full hand. Let me show you. So if I get this here, what I want to do instead of getting here, you see how if I come in
Oh,
here,
man, my palms tried to.
right? But here's an adjustment for you. Right now you're here, which limits the angle. If you get it in here,
Oh.
and then it allows since I can push in closer, it creates a more extreme angle.
Ooh,
Yeah, it creates a more extreme angle and allows me to control more.
Now,
And then if you spin while you're doing that, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
now you don't have to use that other hand because you can get this. Sorry. Here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go around. Let's go all the way up to your shoulder.
No, don't even worry about this.
There you go.
Just like that.
Non-pin.
Up to your.
Yeah.
You bring it up to your.
That's a Hapkido hole.
Now, here's
It's a kung fu hole.
now here's the extra spikes to add to it. Add dragon whip's tail to that.
Dragon Wood's tail with the takedown.
So footwork. So you got that. And I'm gonna probably hit like hammer fist on the way. Bam. Like this. Dragon whips.
Oh, the takedown.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I thought you meant that like you meant like
Now,
the sheep there.
Dragon whip's tail can be that. Dragon whip's tail can be a kick. Low, medium, or high.
That's what I was asking. The takedown or the attack?
Yeah.
It's a
Take
takedown.
down.
You know, like the leg sweep, that's what I was thinking.
Right, but you're not using the leg sweep on their legs. You're just moving in a circle. And sweep from there we go.
Right into the wall.
Now here's something that we wanted to add to those things.
So you see how freeing these are?
Yeah.
You're not learning anything new. These are things you already knew.
Right.
You're just putting them
Applying
together
them differently.
in different ways.
Yeah, applying them differently.
The one of the few rules that we wanted to put in place was never to punch somebody in the face while they're on the ground, because it's too easy to hurt yourself or get taken down with them.
Or also to get arrested for cruelty.
Right. So instead for that one, the other thing to consider is that if you had done the technique you had done previously and you were on concrete, you would have really hurt your knee, because you come down on that pretty hard.
I understand.
Yeah. So
It all
instead,
depends on your environment, I
if you
guess.
get them down here, then bam is a lot easier than reaching down to them. So if you just bam right in the face, or
Maybe
hit
a knee
something
strike or
else,
something, knee
bam,
strike.
right there,
Well,
it's a
now,
little bit easier.
presuming you guys know your environment.
Yeah.
So, dragon whip's tail. Presuming you know
Yeah.
your environment.
Tree, wall, car, whatever's in the way.
Throw them over a table. You can because the thing about that one that's interesting is if you get them here, part of what's holding them there is your bent elbow. And so if you whip the tail and then fire, that will send them in that direction.
Now, someone his size, I probably wouldn't try it because he's a little bit bigger. But if I get someone here,
I'm bigger.
well, I'm just saying you're bigger than most people. Another thing I could do is just
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
a roll toss like that.
Yeah.
Or you throw it that way.
Here, I'll show you a little bit of what that can feel like. So, let me get you. So, maybe like that.
Okay,
So
so you just basically
if I
swing
come,
it around.
if I come this way, and I've got you here, I can convert this into this way
Okay.
and
You
launch
can lock
you.
me in.
So I lock you and then fire you across. And I would
Okay.
probably add in an extra
Couldn't you
little bit.
possibly potentially fire straight down the same way
Yes.
instead of firing across?
You could, depends on what you wanna
Fire
do.
straight to the floor.
Yep, look you down, yeah.
Now, the one thing that I did on Michael that he's not doing, I held him tight until we got to the wall.
Right,
Cause I didn't want him to get.
You want to get out,
away.
right?
right.
Oh, you got me, okay.
Yeah, you can get them like this.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, just
Or you
straight
can just
down.
take whichever I'm gonna. So.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, now we've got the type of number 5 that you really haven't seen. So, number 3.
Number 3.
So, now she throws haymaker.
Top pin punch.
Yes.
Done, check, punch.
Contact punch. We're not pushing it away very hard, so.
So
I like that.
this actually is just a ton check punch. It's never,
Yeah.
it's never this,
Okay.
anything. It's always just this,
Just a check.
just a check. All you gotta do is keep it in place for a quarter of a second. Boom, while you hit the guy.
Whoa! Fly! Hoy! Hoy!
Like that. That way I don't have to jam my wrestling.
You don't have to do this shit.
Yes, exactly.
The other thing about it is if you're fighting somebody who is really into a soft style, and you do that,
Right,
Oh, okay.
right.
that
So you're trying to do this, it's
they-
going right
they'll-
out of the way.
like a Tai Chi person,
Right.
they'll come right around that and woof.
But this doesn't
Yeah.
redirect the arm.
No.
It just
Watch
holds it
preventing
in
him from
place.
using it.
Yeah.
Clear your way so you can.
Which to a soft martial artist will be like they asked a question and you didn't answer. Because that's is like, "Ha, what? They'll just, nothing will happen because you didn't give them any input.
Okay, I got you.
Now, are we doing the tone on the outside?
No, inside for this one, for the different one. Yeah. So for this one, all we're wanting is to make sure that this doesn't,
Continue on.
well, it's like, so if I block it and then I threw this punch here without
The
the
arm
check,
can still continue.
this can just come across.
Especially somebody your size, right? So you throw that,
Just you're just making sure it doesn't reach me for nothing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so. Stop. I just thought of just a little something here.
well, that's just an inside check.
In the way that you think of it, if you think of it as simply a gentle touch, then that really makes difference with how you approach it. Because if you go like that and hit it, you are giving them information. So if you instead go, so I stopped it and then I just go, like that.
Hold it in place.
It's just that I touch it and then I don't let it come across for the block. By doing this, I disconnect it for just long enough that they can't feel the punch coming until it's too late.
Now, you don't want to go too high.
Right.
You don't want to go up here.
Okay, yeah.
You want to get you right
Tight
about,
spot.
yeah,
Okay,
into the elbow.
okay, so. So I take.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Good fighters do that. Good
And
fighters
it works both
follow.
sides.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm saying it works even if it's straight.
So try different strikes also while you're at it.
Yeah. That's a funny one.
Nice!
I like those ones that you do with that when you're close to your arm.
Yeah.
Because you can't see it.
Punch!
Yeah, like that. I like those. And your arm is right there. Wow, it's
Yeah.
pretty powerful.
Ah!
Yeah, I like that. I love
Here's one for you.
Punch him in your shoulder right
Hey!
there.
No, this one,
No, it's not
I
that.
was bringing it here.
I'm not even talking about the strike. I'm talking about the
Well,
wrist.
actually, I guess the time was the check. I should have hooked this in
Yeah, it should be hit with the other hand.
here.
There you go. So one thing I was thinking is this also works against the straight punch on the inside. So the other thing I was noticing that was kind of fun is you can absorb it with a ton slide
Kind of make it go
across,
right past you a little bit.
and then that opens you to the classical circular kung fu movement. So try to do that.
Yeah.
By your
I
ribs.
like that. That's why I said the other one you did.
Or
with
face.
Yep.
See how it chambers it
So
right here,
you're-
and I just turn my hips
You're kind of doing the ton and
like
at the
this.
same time you're bringing it this way.
What I'm doing is,
Oh, that,
Swinging it
Yeah.
around and stuff.
right, so that way the strike is ready, and I just follow it. I think that's an option.
you know me, my palm strikes is my favorite stuff, so.
And you've also got just downward energy. So if I just go totally in a circle, I've got down right into the hips. Yeah.
Especially if you catch it weird.
Right. But then at the same time, I've also got super aggressive things like
So
that.
he's coming in, I'm basically stepping in to here. And then any strike from here.
No, it'd be your left hand strikes.
All left hand strikes.
Well, whichever hand tons is the hand that strikes.
Okay, so why-
I was just playing, that is a variation, that is not the standard, so that's just part of his playing.
I like
We was thinking of, a fun little variation was to go very absorbent with the taunt and the check to allow for a circular return.
Sure, why not?
So like this. Bam,
Why not?
right through. Yeah.
Judge, you say you needed to leave somebody?
Yeah, I'm okay though. I mean,
You got 5 minutes.
as long as I'm home before a little after 8.
Okay.
Help the wife put the kids to bed. Maybe go to bed myself after a nice shower. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I'm ready.
Since when?
5.
That's what time I know it was good.
Well, you don't have an autistic son for an alarm clock. I do.
No, I
And
have.
I climbs right up in the bed, curls right in between us, and he's all sitting here patting us on the back. Wake up, guys, I'm awake. Let Jax go back to bed, but I'm awake.
It's a lot sweeter than mine. I've got a nasty, alarm.
Okay, so then the next bit is switch hands. And then we've got, just the other side. So now we've got Tongan punch on the inside. There. With all those same
It's
variations.
always the one you time with, is the one you're attacking with.
Yes. Yep, and that works with haymakers as well. So,
Yeah, much more simplified. And how sides love these? Is this side you're doing?
it was Martin first and then, okay, yeah. We can just go back and forth. I just wanted to show first, maybe get some idea. And then the final one is left-handed, but looks like how you can. So your left.
Proper displacement.
Now what can make it look different is if you step forward with the right foot.
Actually, displacement is like,
Pop, 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 pop.
But you can go Tongan punch here, or you can go Tongan punch here. You could, and then you've got then all the same things you're talking about.
Elbows.
Tongan and punch. Yeah, all those things.
depends how much one do to the person.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your kung fu pants? I like them.
You.
Oh, I got these from, I ordered these from Shein. Shein. It's SHEIN.
Are we,
Sir.
okay, stands
Yes,
right?
sir.
Neutral.
I got all
about it.
Neutral, so we
Thank you, I
all
got
step
some green
in
ones.
right.
Either.
What are those
That's
rings?
what I like the.
It's so
they're
free.
like $10.
It's like whatever you want.
Especially on a
As long as
sale.
it's not stupid,
It's
then it works.
SHEIN and then put.
So you can do talking in that direction, or you can step forward with the left foot and talk.
Yeah, it's super cheap stuff. Like I ordered like hoodies, I got like a
Step forward,
hoodie
it's
that
like,
looks
and
like
you're practicing talking
like
about
some geisha
contact,
looking on the back of
punch,
it, ornate,
There you go.
it was knitted in on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm good.
I'm still waiting for that one to come, and I got these, and I got the green ones. I love
It's the
it.
exact same thing as
It's like the
like.
pockets, like you said. Something
Right.
I love pockets. I absolutely love pockets.
Yeah, and they don't make women's clothes and pockets.
There you go.
It's really stupid.
You know, we have all the stuff we need to carry.
It's to make you buy purses.
I mean, true, but you know.
Okay, your turn. Time to punch. Contact punch.
Check.
From, and it can be either straight punches or hook punches. Yep.
Yeah, try different strikes while you do it.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys try different strikes, there you go.
Yeah.
You're not always gonna wanna throw a punch.
Experiment with target areas as well. You don't have to hit this.
Right.
You can hit something else with that.
Hit it with the body.
How would I go over it?
Over it.
Did I really?
Yeah, elbow,
I go.
all through
Like it, but the check doesn't have to go down.
Okay.
So if they that much,
Okay.
yeah,
There you go.
I
That's it.
can move it that way.
So I'm walking up.
No, no, the check would.
So on the
So
inside.
the tonsile should be soft. Then the check just keeps me from being in the way of whatever you intended.
Okay, so I'm going like, kind of knocking you out of the way.
Yeah.
So like,
Try not to use that much.
okay, so,
Yeah, sorry. There.
okay,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, no problem.
that's all.
And then we've got, a bunch to the right hand, so the inside,
So this way?
Yeah.
So, like that?
time
Okay.
check,
So how would you do it?
check,
Like this?
and then hit with this hand.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying, walk over this way.
Time check, punch. So you don't should go time check, punch, time check, punch.
It took a while for me to do it, but you just corrected me on
That's
that.
throw 1, 2, blend it into one. So you want to go. On top first, then you check my arm,
Check.
and then punch with this hand.
Okay, so,
Yes.
so,
The hand you're taunting with is the hand you're hitting.
But like what I'm saying is, you want the check to remain while you're punching.
wow, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Hold his arm in place. There you go.
Oh,
So
okay,
that
that's
it
okay.
can't, so that it can't block you.
Okay, so,
Right.
okay, so,
You try not to go both at the same time, because by doing that, it gives a whole bunch of energy to me, and because you're doing that and having to turn, it's a pretty clue that I need to put my rear hand up. So, here.
I gave him a little danger, he blocked it
Good.
good.
He didn't block it with his hand?
And throw it.
No.
Good. Even better.
oh,
But
No, no, Kim.
Steve, I have been known to hit
Ow!
somebody's hand.
it's more on the punch.
That was a solid block.
The check facilitates
I don't know, Kim, over it.
from getting
Just-
blocked. Understood? So focus
You
on
just did it.
getting
Well,
into
I added
the
it to
punch
this. so-
and not on.
You just did it. He
okay,
did
so,
it.
so, and then give it.
Break it down into 3 for now instead of 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Like so, not that. Like you're kind of going 1, 2, go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And now.
Don't let that check go until you
No,
hit it.
no, it's okay. Yeah.
I better
Yeah.
get going.
Okay, okay.
I better start getting home.
Good. That's better.
So keep my head.
It's a lot nicer outside the head.
Yeah.
It's dropped 20 degrees.
Yes. It was such a weird thing.
Yeah,
I went and got a haircut,
Thanks for
and then
coming.
I went back to the apartment for a little bit, shaved,
Yes.
and grabbed my thing, and we're ready to go outside. And
See
then,
you later. I still gotta get dressed.
Now, just for your information,
Sir.
red, yellow.
I know, that's my next one, right?
On Saturdays, and do some sword training with us.
Sword training?
Sword and anything else we do.
Chinese sword, Chinese
I can-
broadsword.
Definitely if I can make it, for sure. I try to make it every Saturday.
Well, this is the super stuff.
Last Saturday, I was planning on being here, but then Rio had a spell and decided to go lay down. She never woke back up. So
Never?
I'm like, well, you know me.
Oh.
By the time it was, by the time I was ready to leave to come to class, she wasn't getting out of bed. So.
I was thinking we forgot a movie here about you keeping her asleep forever.
Oh, she's you know.
He just said he did
My,
a
my,
spell on
my
her.
uncle taught me taxidermy, so she's sitting in my living room.
Yeah.
Real good.
He just said he did a spell on her. That's what I
That's
heard.
I'll put a spell on you.
That's called psycho.
She fell asleep. That's drugged. So anyway, on Saturday, early Saturday mornings, we do
8 a.m., 9 a.m.,
secret seafood.
8 o'clock.
8
I'll
o'clock.
see what I can do.
No, not until you're red and yellow.
Oh, okay.
Red yellow.
Red, yellow,
I thought you said it was crimson.
crimson and gold.
I did, before you left, I did want to show you kind of what we've been working on with
Sure.
punching. So, punching, it's like he's noticing that everybody was telegraphing.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
And so, working on deconstruction and reconstruction of our punches. And so, essentially, the order that it goes in now is that you move your fist to where the target area is without moving anything else first. So we're not firing from here first or anything. It's moving here first.
Now, we do that at first to
Yes.
teach you guys how to punch hard. We do
Right.
that intentionally.
Right.
After you get to a certain level, then we start honing
Yeah.
skills.
And so what it is that you raise your fist to the target area, and then upon contact,
Just before.
well, yeah, then
Wait into
following through with the weight, so that it gets there a lot faster. I had to practice it, but that's how it begins. It's just to go to it without that going on.
Pay attention to your faces. Pay attention to the looks that you give. Pay attention to your body movements. You can only get explosive energy by paying attention to your own body.
Makes sense.
And so, and I learned from practicing that my stance was wrong, and so I'm adjusting it. I was leaning too far forward, and so I'm now learning to pull back a little bit more.
And you don't want to lean back either, like you do in certain Wing Chun series.
You want to drop your center properly.
You want to keep your head behind your feet.
But yeah, what I was finding is I was leaning too far forward, and then on follow through my back foot doing that. So if I'm back further, it can't. Yeah. It moves it a lot further
I got a
because you do this, and
I got a bungee tennis ball thing that I made myself that I can take down and I just go out there on my balcony and wrap around that pole, wrap around that.
main thing that I find is film yourself and make sure that your fist moving out towards the target is the first thing that happens.
Right.
And make sure, because what I found, because like I did not know that I
You
was
move your feet
doing,
first.
I didn't know that I was doing anything
You
wrong.
do.
And then upon filming myself, I saw that what I was doing was
Until
moving
you
my
hit.
shoulder real big like this before
So
firing.
you're
I was
moving your
going-
feet first. You're telling me that you're gonna hit them by moving your feet. Hitting is not seriously complicated, but it's not what you're.
But that's why it's
doing.
difficult.
That's why I'm not allowed to hit walls.
Yeah, you do have to deconstruct how you have been punching and then put it back
I
together.
remember when the water jug used to be outside. I used to knock that damn water jug off the wall.
Yeah. So, what I can see with you, yours isn't as big as mine was, but you're obviously not hitting as hard as your heavy
coming my way.
you're going,
Yes, ma'am.
you have a little bit where it's,
Okay,
that's the first thing that moves, is a little bit of a lead.
you're not even, so you're pulling yourself with you. So you
Yeah.
send it all the way on the knee.
Yeah.
So,
Now, the weight, it's got it in
after,
here,
okay.
just before.
So are you leaning kind of back, or are you leaning?
So yeah, what you do is practice not thinking about it too much,
So,
and then film yourself, and then you'll like film yourself just hitting as
and
you
moves
do,
first.
and then you'll see what's moving first.
See how fast you are. Fire! Don't let me hit you. Boom!
You little fucker.
He's giving
I'm never worried about being
He's giving you the little hand.
You're between the lines. I'm just giving you a round of applause, man. We got a receipt.
You like the fishing rod one?
Ready? You're right, yes. Well, not when your hands there. What? Yes, it will.
Still got you.
His hand was right there, right in there.
Well, reaction's always slower.
It is. Relax. Move it. Hand first. Hand first. Then the weight.
Did you get him?
Ouch. See, for you asshole, that hurt.
Well, it's not hanging out.
I know, you scratched it pretty good. Ah!
I'll get a guy's gonna have to Uber home.
Roll it the other way. Yeah. Yeah, you're
No, that.
You're okay.
Yeah, the point is that right upon the point of contact, then you put your entire body weight into it as you land.
right. Slow.
So it's in that way. It's a little bit of the long fist.
Slow.
It's got a little bit of the lung fist flavor in it.
So it happens.
Yes.
And what he was doing was going,
Yeah, I was going.
Right.
Yeah.
moving the head.
Yeah. My father always told me, he's like, you better keep that goddamn broomstick up your ass. He used to tell me, keep it back straight, like you have a broomstick all the way up your ass.
Oh, I disagree with that completely.
I do too now. That's how I was taught.
So how can you use that to hit some, or how could you use that to hit someone? So you wanted to throw a kick.
All stiff.
No, he meant the principle of the body motion.
Well, this principle, right? So you just move. Shoot.
Right? Get that quick.
You don't tell them what you're going to do.
You just do it.
Yeah. I think what happens with me is that when I try really hard, I telegraph. So it's like I need to not try and just reach out.
So my problem is, and still is, that I just don't care if I get hit.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how I've always fought. It's not the smart way to fight,
No.
but I would willingly take a hit to get in close to get the advantage of the fight.
No, you're thinking about reasonably fair fights, not the way I fight.
Right.
You're
I'm not gonna take that one.
You're not going to come in at me after
No,
that.
no.
You know, or if I get in a real good one, right there.
Right. If I know
Well,
that
let's say you did that. You caught my hand.
right. Yeah.
So I'm not going to play, this shit. I'm going to go. Right. Let's have some fun now. While your eyeballs hanging out.
And with that, you can whack his neck and then steal his Bluetooth converter. There we go.
Good luck not having to become a pair asshole.
No, you can just say, call home, and then
Actually, I don't have my phone set up.
Oh, okay.
See, it'd even be worse if you just hit him and smacked it further into his
Yeah, it
head.
just pops. Ah! It's stuck in my ear.
Yeah.
It's part of my brain.
You ever watch The Boys?
Yes. I love that
Homelander.
series. Yes.
Homelander. He's a complete total
Yeah, I know.
asshole.
He's
Superman.
being memed a lot.
So there was a guy called Blind Justice or something like that.
Black Noir?
No, Blind Justice. Blind guy.
Yeah.
But he could hear.
Blind Justice. Yeah.
Completely gray hearing. You know, he could throw knives and stuff.
Yeah.
And Homelander walked up and says, "That is really impressive. What happens if somebody just goes BAM?"
And he just,
And his ears start bleeding.
Oh, right there.
I mean, we had to admit, he's like, that's a legit question. What happens if this happens, you know?
He's
No,
not,
we're watching,
not-
we watch that show religiously.
he's
That's
not
our
seven
show.
material.
That's definitely our
If
show.
that guy were actually Daredevil, you could actually see that coming.
Well, Daredevil can, yeah.
Even though he can't see, he can anticipate.
Right.
But Homelander is essentially Superman.
He's
So it's like,
He's essentially,
even
Superman.
even if Daredevil might be able to see it, it's like I don't know if he's fast enough
Right.
to react because
Superman
Superman
with
can
some
move.
serious
move as
issues.
fast as a
serious
bullet.
daddy issues, yeah.
He's got some, it's
Well,
not
Superman's
just
not
daddy
an
issues.
asshole like
Woman
Homelander.
issues.
He's got issues.
Yeah.
That man should not be a hero.
He should not be alive.
Have they found out his thing yet?
What?
Have they found out his kryptonite yet?
His son.
His son.
His son whooped his ass.
Well, it's a little bit more than that at the end of this last season because now it's all about his son and his father.
Right.
Because now he's found out that his dad is the guy that he's been trying to kill, the superhero that's been supposedly dead and missing forever, is now back up. What do you call him? Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, that's Jensen
Soldier
Ackles.
Boy
Yeah.
is outlet is Homelander's father.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
Plays Soldier Boy.
He's
So,
finally found.
So
his
so
next iconic role.
there was a Soldier Boy, and then who was the Nazi chick that they had?
oh, what
There
was
for a
her
while.
fucking name?
So yeah, they
Nazi.
She's dead in the story now because
well, she's not coming back anyway.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
You're not here for Gretchen.
Next, good work.
Yeah, I like it that there's two
Um,
World War II.
What is that? That one on Paramount, 1883 with
Someone need a hand?
it's a western. It's a western story. It's narrated by this girl's voice.
I used
Oh,
to
it's
be
the
able to,
predecessor to Yellowstone.
but it's
Yeah,
not that
dude,
much.
that show is great. I loved it, but I didn't like it at the end, and I can't tell you why if you haven't seen the series. But it's that part where
Probably won't watch it.
you know who the actor I'm talking about, the old man from Ghost Rider, that played the old
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's in it, and he's got this line saying, "Y'all can't police yourselves. I'm gonna do it for you." All right, guys, I'm gonna try to see y'all Thursday. If everything works right, Saturday looks like it should happen.
Say hi to the wife and the kids.
I will. And like Saturday, I'll be coming here right after work. So, all right, guys, we'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See it.
Thursday, I'll be in Chicago.
Chicago. What time in Chicago?
My little brother's boot camp graduated.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me. Great Lakes. You'll actually be in Great Lakes, Illinois. But it's 30 miles from Chicago.
Yeah, that's where our Airbnb is.
Chi-town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I washed out at Great Lakes.
Yeah.
I only spent 21 days in the Navy.
Oh, wow.
Back in 70s, I joined in December of 76, and I was booted out in January of 77.
They almost got me. The Army almost got me, and the Air Force almost got me.
Well, I actually joined. Back then, they did a dive test, and whenever I did my dive test, my left eardrum ruptured.
What did you in the water?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you don't have a.
You can't really dive unless, I guess you can in the air, but, that's jump school.
Yeah. But then your eardrum would be going crazy from the pressure difference.
Probably.
Yeah.
From the wind. I didn't like the car windows down.
Right.
Yeah, that's makes that weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, my left eardrum, what was left of it blew out. They said, well, boy, that's what you're gonna.
World War II, my grandpa, none of his friends knew how to swim until he took all their dive tests for them by 14 games.
And he was World War II,
Yeah.
so yeah, they really needed people.
Yes. But that was funny. He just kind of went up and said, "Yep, I'm so and so. Don't check my serial number." Yeah. Because they didn't have photo IDs or anything. So he just took all their dive tests. So there was like 7 guys that were friends of his that none of them knew how to swim.
Yeah, back then, your driver's license didn't have your picture on it or anything.
Yeah.
The best way to teach someone to swim is just throw them deep until I find out how.
While falling off an aircraft carrier, getting shot at with oil on fire on the surface.
Well, maybe not start.
That sounds like the end of a career move.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a crazy story. I think it was one of my great uncles.
What's so great about it?
It's my dad's uncle. He landed his plane on the aircraft carrier, overshot it, and the plane went off the front.
That happened, actually.
Yeah.
Missed the hook.
Yeah,
and
missed the
everything.
hook and
It happened to a lot more than people know.
Yep. And so then, and the plane and the carrier ran over him, and so he got out of the plane, and they of course stopped engines, and then he just said it was he said the conditions were such that he wasn't quite sure which way was the front or the side of the ship, and so it was like, do I swim that way? Because he's like, I don't want to be swimming the length of the ship and drown. You got to figure it out.
Well, it takes a long time to stop on the.
Yeah, my guess would be that
He
you
saw the end of it.
go up and see that, or if he opened his eyes and they burned too much from the salt water, then my second thing would
Probably
be
not.
try to go up and feel the bottom of the ship and which way is it going.
You know, your eyes only burn for a second when you're in
Yeah.
the ocean. Doesn't hurt that much.
Yeah, so yeah, he managed to just swim width-wise and get out. Okay. I think we did this side.
Put your toe up. Toe up. There you go. You do that extra tension on your cap. And if you do this at the gas pump, you'll probably get tips.
Yeah.
Why?
We need some nowadays to decide right.
And so probably withering gazes.
Could be. You could get tips, you could get date opportunities.
Yeah.
Are people whispering behind your back? What's that idiot doing?
It's not her doing. I doubt they'll be whispering. They'll be going, what the hell are you doing, dude? You're gonna be on YouTube.
Try to keep your back leg straight. There we go. And upper body up. Back leg straight.
Back in the 70s, cars,
They're trying to stretch
of course,
this
were
out.
built a whole lot
Hip
different than they
flexible.
are.
So that won't stretch.
A lot of
if you
times,
bend it like this.
the
So you got and
gas-
back leg straight.
nozzle was underneath
There you
the,
So that means you can't go down as deep, and that's it. Yeah. Then turn
so
your body.
Some
you push
education.
it down, and, put the thing in. Well, there's a lot of young ladies, particularly young ladies, had poses when they were filling the cart. That,
Yeah.
stick their ass up in the air or whatever. Good gas pose, yeah. Abigail,
Yeah.
she had a gas pumping pose.
Yeah.
Crack me up.
What was it?
She'd pull one of her legs up
Oh.
and stick her butt out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it.
No, I don't have any balance anymore. In my,
That.
kind of.
The
She'd be acting like she's stretching.
it's the foot pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what she was doing. That's the classical foot pop kiss. thing.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got a post and it goes like this.
Yeah. That's why you're not a pinup girl.
Don't want.
Now you know what to do if you ever want to.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so we did those stretches. Now we got shot in. Okay. Okay. And yeah, I think let's see. Yeah, I think now we're on the board. Sit down. Okay.
Rusty is off the ventilator, by the way.
Who's that?
Someone Rusty.
Oh,
He's off the ventilator and talking.
good. Well, unless some sort of infection gets him, it looks like he's probably in the clear.
He'll probably gonna lose an eye.
Yes. I just mean if it's been a week, he's not going to die from that unless some sort of infection gets in there.
Yeah, he's 70 years old, though. He is an old guy. But yeah, looks like he's gonna be alright.
Okay, switch which leg is on top. Okay. Then we've got one more thing for you to try with this. I'm still just really trying to work on getting those hip flexors open. So get really overlapped like this. And then adjust so that your hips are laid along the ground instead of on your butt. And then back here.
Can you feel that stretching this?
Yeah. Let's see. Now we've got hamstring. This side. Switch. Okay, then let's mix to an interesting variation. Just gonna get your feet a little narrower than shoulder width. And then you're just going to gently lean over. If you can, just kind of put your fingers underneath your toes. And then you're gonna just sit here and breathe and relax. You'll find after a little bit that your hamstrings actually start to feel like they fall asleep. And if you feel like you're swaying or anything like that, that's good. That's your body naturally, unconsciously working out tension points. Okay, and retreat.
Damn noisy coming.
Other side.
Ready?
Jeet Kune Do is a non-classical, non-traditional Chinese American martial art developed by Bruce Lee and James Lee for actual combat in the street, and described by Bruce Lee as scientific street fighting. Derived from Wing Chun Kung Fu, Western boxing and fencing, using the principles of realism, simplicity, and individuality, avoiding sport competition or aesthetics, using no way as a way, having no limitation as limitation.
Unanimous?